Hi, and welcome back to Learn Cello. In this episode, we're going to be learning about putting on tapes on your instrument. These tapes are going to be used as guides, as where you put your fingers while you play. As you progress, you'll eventually take them off because your ear will know where to put your finger and you'll have become accustomed to it. But at first, you're definitely going to want them. You're going to need two things for this episode. You're going to need your Piano Tuner app, which we downloaded in the last video on how to tune your instrument. And you're going to need some pinstriping tape, which can be found in the automotive store. And I do believe white is the best. It sticks really well. Today I'm using red, which works fine. Black is not going to be beneficial for most of you, as your fingerboard is going to be black and you won't be able to see it when you put it on your instrument. So you're going to want to rip off 4 3-inch pieces and have them ready to go. You're going to take your first piece and you're going to come up. Let's see if I can move this. There we go. You're going to take that piece down here and where the fingerboard is not, slip it up next to the strings, and then you'll be able to run it underneath just easily, and you'll bring it all the way up. And when you're about 1.5 inches from the top, just lightly push it down. Don't totally put it down yet because it's not probably in the right spot. You're going to get your Piano Tuner app open to where you can see it. And last time we talked about how it will have the letter name next of what you're playing, right by the red line. And if it's too low, the line will be on the left side. And if it's too high, it'll be on the right side. And when it's just perfect, that line will hit the letter right in the middle and it will light up green. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your finger and you're going to put it right where you put that tape down at. And you're going to just give that string a good old pluck. And you're going to look over at your app. And if it says B and it lights up green, that's exactly where you need to go. If it says any letter in the alphabet that would come before B, then you're going to want to slide your finger up the string, up meaning down towards the floor. Going towards the floor, that's going to make the note higher. So if your needle says B, but it's just to the left, you're going to want to slide your finger towards the floor. As you slide, that note's going to get higher and higher. Now, if it says any letter in the alphabet after B, so C or D, you're going to want to move your finger back, which in our cello world means towards the top of the instrument or towards the sky. That makes the note lower. So also if it says B and it's just to the right a bit, then you're just going to slide your finger back. Once it lights up perfectly green where your finger's at, that's when you're going to stop and you're going to push that tape all the way down. And usually I have to check because, like right now, my tape is slanting this way. And so I need to come over on this side and kind of bring it up a little bit. Okay. Once that one's on, you're going to grab your next tape. Do the same thing, go down to the bottom and go underneath the strings, slide it up the fingerboard. This might be an inch. That doesn't matter. You're going to take your finger and you're going to place it on that tape. And this time you're looking for it to say the note C. C, no other symbol next to it. If it's a little too low, again, meaning your needle's a little bit to the left, slide your finger up. If it's a little bit to the right, slide your finger back towards the scroll up to the sky. Once it lights up totally green, Go ahead and push it the rest of the way down. Make sure it kind of is going straight across your instrument. And then pick up your third tape. Again, slide it up. About the same distance as the first two tapes is where this one will go. Take your finger, push it down. On the Piano Tuner app, this says D flat. The flat sign is just a little tiny B, so it should say D with a tiny little B. On my screen here, it's this one right there, the D with the little B. Now, some of your apps, if you happen to get a different one, might say C sharp, and the sharp sign being that number sign. Those are the same notes, so that's okay. You're looking for one of those two to show up. Again, if it's too low to the left, slide up. Too high, slide back. Once it lights up green, then you're going to push it all the way down. Try to make it straight. And then you pick up your last tape. Slide it up. Go about the same distance again. Put your finger down. This one should say D and have no other symbol next to it. Once it lights up green, then go ahead and push it down, making sure they're relatively straight across. The back side is going to look something like this, depending on how long you pulled your tapes off. The front side, about that far apart. Again, we had B, C, D with that little B next to it, D flat, or it said C sharp, which is C with the number sign, and D. Once you have those four, then your instrument is ready to go.